that spot right now, being that he just conquered the whole division within a year. You know, I said it depends on my performance this weekend.
Looks like Bud Crawford has seen the light. He even admits himself that Canelo is the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world today. But he also thinks, after he beats Sean Porter, that it'll be another discussion who's number one, another debate. How Canelo is rolling, I think it'll take more than Sean Porter to put Terence Crawford back on top, if he was on top in the first place. For me, to put Bud Crawford at number one on the pound-for-pound list over Canelo, he would have to beat Sean Porter, he would have to beat Ugas and beat Spence, become undisputed at 147, clean out his second division, and then there's a debate. And most people say, well, if Terence Crawford cleans out two divisions, he should be number one. That's true, but Canelo has a freeway to get to the undisputed championship at 175. He could get those fights now if he wanted to.
What I mean by a freeway is that he has access to those fights. Not that they're going to be easy, but he can get those fights. Because Beterbiev and Bivol are not interested, or it seems like they're not interested in unifying. They're looking for the big payday. Canelo can get those fights right now if he wanted to. That also goes for WBO champ Joe Smith Jr. He has access to all those fights. Now, Terence Crawford, if he beats Sean Porter, will have to negotiate a little harder to get these guys in the ring, but it'll be there for him because he's a free agent. Speaking of Terence Crawford, he has a huge fight Saturday night, which opens a door for other things in the future. Before I get my prediction, I believe Sean Porter is a live dog in this fight. He's been in there what people perceive the top 147 pounders in the world. Errol Spence, Ugas, Danny Garcia, Keith, one-time Thurman. Terence Crawford hasn't fought any of those guys, but I still think he's the best at 147. With that being said, I think Sean Porter's going to come out the first couple of rounds and show us something different. He's a fast starter. I actually think Sean Porter is going to take advice from David Benavidez and try to start a body attack. But Terence Crawford is so talented. He's a switch hitter, got so many dimensions to his game. I just don't see Sean Porter winning this fight. I'm going to say it's going to go back and forth for the first 6 rounds, and then Terence Crawford takes over. I think Terence Crawford put his punches together better than Errol Spence does. So I'm thinking Bud Crawford will stop Sean Porter, a tough Sean Porter, in 8 or 9 rounds. I think Bud Crawford is a harder puncher than Errol Spence, and I think he's out to make a statement. So I'm going to say Bud Crawford, 8 or 9 rounds, stop Sean Porter, and a great fight. Will this fight put him over Canelo as pound-for-pound number one? No, I don't think so. Even though Sean Porter is a good fighter, he does not have a title. Canelo's beating champions. That's my prediction. It wouldn't surprise me at all if this fight went the distance. Leave your thoughts and comments below. Jay Beasy, I'm gone.